can just focus on listening now.
Exactly. Okay. Namaskar. Om. Brahmarpanam. Brahmavi. Brahmagno. Brahmabhutam. Brahmeva. Tene gantavyam. Brahmakarma. Samadhina. Om Shanti. So we studied in the last class. I just take you at a glance that what we saw. Last class, it was a lot of things which you saw. So I was talking about the Panchkoshas. So these Panchkoshas, actually, we all know that the earth, water, fire, air, and sky is Prithvi, Jal, Agni, Vayu, and Akash. All these things are there. Now, this Panchkoshas, we learned that it is correlated to our chakras. So chakras are the psycho-spiritual centers. Biologically, it is not known, but biopsychologically, even the psychologists, the modern psychologists don't know the chakras. But it is in the Ayurveda. So in Ayurveda and Yoga, we have read and you know about it. So we are actually practicing every day the meditation and the yoga related to it. And similarly, we learn about this system, that how the different senses are actually supposed to be controlled. So today in the Panchkoshas, we will be actually learning how to control these senses. Okay. So we understood that how Muladhara Chakra is the base of all the other propensities. That is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Then in sequence we say Artha, then Kama means physical longing, then Artha means psychic, then Dharma is psycho-spiritual, and Moksha is spiritual. So that way we know these practices. Then the second chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, at the urinary point. At the urinary point we know that how the different propensities. I'll give you the name of the propensities also. That is the 10. You can see that there are 6 petals seen here. Okay, you might be knowing that the different chakras have different petals. So this Muladhara has 4 petals and Swadhisthana has 6 petals. Petals means they are representing different propensities, the vrittis. Okay. So here I'll give you the name actually. In another PPT, I'll share you in which the names are given. That is different. Or maybe I'll add in this and I will send it to you again. So these names are like here we have 6 propensities known as Avagya, Murcha, Prashya, Vishwasa, Gunash, Kurta. This is in Sanskrit. So Avagya means belittlement of others, not giving value to others, is only because when this Swadhisthana chakra becomes weak. Likewise, Murcha means completely lost, and Avishwasa means lack of confidence. Krurta means cruelty. So this sadism and all these things are developed only when a child does not get love, mother's love, upbringing in a proper way. So spirituality is connected here. Okay. So this way, the genitally area is very important for the spiritual development, which we call as brahmacharya. Okay. So likewise, now the third chakra, that is, we know that navel chakra is very important, the fire element here. And the fire element is, we know that how we are actually doing different practices. And the digestive fire is disturbed again because of this weakness of the fire element. Then comes the fourth chakra, the heart chakra. Heart chakra, as we said, that the chakras below the navel is the chakras of animal instinct, animality. Then you have this chakra, the humanity. and then from here you have divinity. So the heart chakra is the border of between animality to divinity. So divine, that is godly qualities which we have developed, is actually coming from the heart chakra. But in heart chakra we have ego, the 10 propensities are here. So, 12 are here. So we will see that you have 12 petals here. So this is developed in the Panchkoshas. You will see how it is being developed. Then the fifth chakra, that is Vishuddha chakra. Now the Vishuddha itself means what? Vishuddha means Shuddha, means very pure, divine. So the divinity starts coming from here. So this way, actually, it is, you will see the correlations also, that how this divinity is there with the Vijnana, that is all the creativity, the creative qualities. A child is born with a creative quality, but today's education system, which is so-called bookish and so much information, is not actually is diminishing the creativity of the child. Okay, so that's why we have to bring back that education, which was the Gurukul system of education based on the nature. So more attached to the nature, it develops in your Vishuddha chakra. Like this, you see, I told about nature, and music is the essence of the nature, the base of the nature, the core of the nature. So you will find, means if you will sit anywhere, just in open air and the cool breeze is blowing, you can find the music. Amongst the trees and the leaves, you can find the music. And amongst all the animals and the birds, which is seen here, I had explained last time, that how this sargam, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, has come from these animals and birds. Like sa is the sound of peacock, Risavre is the sound of bull, Gandharaga is the sound of goat, Madhyama is the sound of deer or horse, Panchampa is the sound of quail, Dhavadha is the sound of donkey, and Ishani is the sound of elephant. See the beauty. So this way, being oneness with the nature, is actually making you more towards within yourself. That is the consciousness within yourself. So the consciousness, the seat of the consciousness is third eye of consciousness. So in the Panchkoshas, we will see in the further slides that how the Panchkoshas, again the Vijnanamaya Kosha and the Anandamaya Kosha, here and here, these two chakras, actually is not directly under the control of the human beings. It is the superhumans who actually have developed this third eye of consciousness, like human Bhavani. So these, we have people who have third eye developed, and you can meet them, and you will realize when you sit with them, do meditation, or maybe you are able to just complete surrender, then only, because Guru Chakra, these are all the place of the seat of the Guru. We may also get the power to sometimes become Guru, but the ego over here and the animality below this, attractions towards the worldly life and the sensory pursuits, sensory desires, actually diminishes this. If at all for a few seconds you get the power of a Guru, that you become a very good teacher and people applaud you, okay, and then you get an ego, oh, I'm a Guru. So that you are actually not a master, you were only a medium. But permanent, those who attain the power of a Guru, they actually have the third eye open. And they don't need to speak. Their only the eyes itself is enough to give you the, transfer you the energy, the consciousness. So this is finally the highest chakra, that is Shahasrara, and this is purely developed by kirtan, meditation, and selfless service. If we are doing some service that is karma with some desires, then this will not happen. You will not have the effect of samsara. So these chakras, we know that chakras are the connectivity with the endocrine glands, and in the previous slide also we saw. Right? So now we come to our topic of today's, that is the Panchkoshas. The Panchkoshas are actually controlled by the chakras. Okay? So, and it can be either way also, vice versa. That these things are, right? So these Panchkoshas, I'll share this slide.
Yes, yes, I know.
Yeah. So this you see, you can see that read in your library. It will take time to explain in this thing. Just in the this thing, you can see the descriptions that how this Annamaya Kosha is of the physical body, the physical being, and then Pranamaya Kosha is of the energy, that is the pranic energy. And the beauty is this, that the senses, the sensory organs, is actually controlled by our prana. So the more, if we want to develop the control on our senses, then we need to practice our breathing. And more we are holding the breath, like kumbhaka, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. So this we do once we did in Anulom. So if you do holding, then the more you are able to hold, the more brahmacharya, the celibacy power you develop. Right? So this way that is there for pranamaya kosha, and the manomaya kosha, the intellectual mind. Here actually is the problem of whole of the world, that everybody has different opinions, despite truth is only one. But people say, according to me, this is true, according to him, that may be true. But truth cannot be true. Okay, that is known as Brahma or Satya. So Manomaya Kosha is actually also diminished by Vijnanamaya Kosha, that is the highest consciousness of wisdom and creativity and intuition power. So all the scientists actually were beyond the consciousness. That is called as Atimanash. Okay. And Ananda is a bliss. Despite you are, means one may be very intellectual, but a devotee is higher than every intellectual. Okay. So this is the devotional faculty of Ananda devotion. Right? So here actually is a bit of description here in this all these things. And then comes here. You see a bit of correlation I have given with the English names, that is conscious mind, subconscious mind. This is maybe you can even in the modern psychology. Anybody psychologist here? So in the modern psychology, we read about this Sigmund Freud's psychology, that is ego, superego, and all. But here, that conscious, subconscious, and superconsciousness, or unconsciousness, or supramental. So if you read the Indian scriptures, that is, then you will understand the Panchkoshas are related actually beyond that consciousness. So that is beyond that consciousness, which comes after intellect. So this way you can see the conscious, subconscious mind, beyond the subconscious mind is what is supramental, subliminal, and causal mind. Okay. The cause of every universe is known to humanity. I met one gentleman, he was a spiritual saint, but not known to the people that he is a guru. Okay. But his only disciples were knowing that he is a guru. Like Babaji is not going to propagate about himself that I am a guru. Only the people who come across him, who learns with him, knows that he is a guru. So I met him and he was having clairvoyance power. You know clairvoyance. That one can see beyond the things which is beyond your senses. So he was able to visualize even, he was able to visualize even people who are not means in his vicinity, and even 1,000 miles away, he was able to see the activities and tell what is actually he is doing in that. So that way, this is what is the Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha. Okay, now we'll move further on the details. Yeah, this in the easy time, you can, I have given this chart, this will take a lot of time to actually explain. In an easy time, you can just go through this chart. Okay, I have given the correlation of different chakras, different koshas, then different tanmatras, how the sound or the energies or the senses are correlated with this. And what are the practices of Ashtanga Yoga in this? All these things are given. So in easy time, you can just read this and you will get a lot of scriptures to actually correlate, and even I can send you the materials. Hopefully I'll remain connected and we will share you the study materials. Now the first one is Annamaya Kosha. You can see Annamaya Kosha means physical body. Okay. So physical body is what? This physical body is the only thing which actually is very difficult to be conquered in today's world. Okay, beyond the consciousness is very far. First is that how to control the body, the physical body. So the physical body is actually, why do we need sentient food, sattvic? The canteen which the kitchen where we dine is sattvic name itself. Sattvic means sentient. Okay. So sentient food is the first base to make the physical body good. Then the yogas. Yes.
In Poland we say that you are what you eat.
Yes.
Yes.
Everywhere. Yeah, it is a Sanskrit verse actually. Okay. So yat aharam tat vyavaram. Yat aharam tat vyavaram. Ahar means food. Okay. And vyavar means your behavior. Okay. So in Sanskrit it is like that. So nice. So this way you see that food is so important, and then comes the yoga exercise, and dance actually is a very miraculous thing which helps to develop every koshas, and it starts with the anamaya kosha only. Okay, and then we have sat karma. You know this shat karma, naturopathy, that is vomiting, the vaman. Then we call it as neti, dhoti, noli, kapalvati, vasti, and tratak. Okay, tratak we did yesterday. Okay, and neti, dhoti, neti. जी बोलिए
जो सुबह की क्लास हुई थी सेटअप हुई ना तो
हाँ वही
10 लोग
10 या 12 मिनट लगा दीजिए
ठीक बोला
ठीक है हाँ बोलिए जैसे यहाँ लगता है
अच्छा
और गद्दी भी लगा दें
ठीक
ठीक है कल का क्लास वहीं होगा
ठीक है
जी so this all these seven means like we are doing panchkarma here so panchkarma only 5 like cleansing here cleansing in naturopathy they make you dhoti means you drink water or take some cloth and clean or some sort of wooden thing is also there. So cleaning, yeah.
Sposób oczyszczania.
So this is naturopathy. Likewise, Basti you are getting it here in Panchkarma, and Basti is also in naturopathy. Okay, like anima is one Basti, but in Panchkarma we have more Bastis. Like we have Jana Basti, okay, knee, that we have Udar Basti for the abdomen, we have Kati Basti for the lower back. So even Hrudaya Basti for the heart and lungs. Okay, we have Kriva Basti for the neck. So Basti is so dynamic in Panchkarma, that is Ayurveda. Okay, so but in naturopathy just it is with the nature of the Panchkoshas. So that it starts with that. Okay. Now the Pranamaya Kosha. The Pranamaya Kosha, that is Prana. The Prana means the inner energy. Okay. So I told you that the senses, it is written here as Kamamaya Kosha also. Kama means Indrana Manonatha, Manonatha Stu Maruta. You know, Hanuman is a deity here. You might have heard Hanuman. So Hanuman, or you might have seen his photo, that a monkey god, right? And whatever is the belief, it is a belief, just a belief. But here it is a faith. Okay. But scientifically the faith has been derived. So for us, what is there is the prana, that is breathing. You by your breath you are able to control your senses. As well as you need yoga asanas. And to control this, you need social activities also. Like you can see a child distributing food. Okay. So this is actually one of the photo of our Gurukul in Australia. Okay. So we have like so many Gurukul in different parts of the world. If you just type gurukul.edu, then you can get our Gurukul. Thousands of Gurukul throughout the globe. We are there in almost 100 countries. Okay. So this education is given from childhood. Okay. And then you see different pranayama we practice. Okay? Right. Now Manomaya Kosha. Here, from here actually the problem starts, as I told you. That in the intellectual mind have different opinion. So how this will be developed? This is subconscious mind. And subconscious mind you need to develop through pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, and sensory motor activities, and games and fantasies also. Like we need games, we need dance drama. Pratyahara, you see photo of Yoga Nidra. Here. Yoga Nidra. Then Pratyahara, it is written in Devanagari Hindi script, but actually it is Pratyahara. Pratyahara and Dharana. Dharana, you know what is Dharana in Ashtanga Yoga? You know Dharana? Dharana. What Dharana means concentration, focusing on a point. Like you beach mantras meditation, likewise chakra meditation is a part of that. Okay. So anything chakras, holding at the chakras. So by these we are able to develop this manomaya kosha. Then comes the vijnanamaya kosha. Okay. So this vijnanamaya kosha is also known as atimanas. Atimanas